Shalom, shalom, everybody. Welcome to the Israel Brief with me, Rolene Marks, where my favorite community in all the world, my Israel Briefers, join me every Monday to Thursday, and we take a look at those top stories making headlines in Israel. We, of course, do it in partnership with these guys, Lay of the Land. Now, every week we send out a newsletter with a lot of original articles and commentary, as well as recaps of the Israel Brief for the past week. And if you would like to receive one, please be in touch with us via our website. And those details coming up a little later in the show. Now, there is a reason why I'm wearing an orange scarf today. We're going to get into that a little later. But first, we must remember it is day 481 and 90 hostages remain captive in the Gaza Strip by Hamas and Palestinian Islamic Jihad. So let's take a look at those top stories, and we begin with news that President Trump's Middle East envoy, Steve Witkoff, has landed in Israel. Now, the envoy was in Saudi Arabia, where he met with Saudi and Palestinian officials to discuss a post-war Gaza. Witkoff also reassured Prime Minister Netanyahu that the United States will disrupt the reconstruction of the northern Gaza Strip until such time there is an adequate security agreement that guarantees the security of Israel's border communities. If you recall, on the 7th of October, those communities were the communities that were attacked by Hamas, and Hamas slaughtered, raped, and mutilated and tortured over 1,200 Israelis and foreign nationals, and kidnapped 254 to the Gaza Strip, of which 90 still remain captive. Now, we are expecting a possible hostage release tomorrow. We do know that Agam Berger, one of the 5 Tatzpitaniot, or female observer soldiers, is expected to be released tomorrow. The other 4 that were taken on the 7th of October were released on Saturday. She is expected to be joined by Arbel Yehud, an Israeli female civilian. If you recall, Hamas violated the terms of the agreement over the weekend when they did not release Arbel as part of the hostage release, and we are expecting the name of a 3rd hostage to be announced tomorrow. Israel's Defense Minister Israel Katz has said that Israeli soldiers will remain in the buffer zone in Syria indefinitely. He cited concerns that hostile forces will encroach on that territory and disrupt Israel's safety and security. Now, if you recall, when the Assad regime fell a couple of weeks ago, Israel moved in swiftly to establish a buffer zone. The zone was abandoned by the Syrian army, and also to strike Syrian army assets so that they don't fall into the hands of these hostile entities, which include groups like ISIS, the Islamic State, and we know the kind of barbarism or barbarity that they enforce. This defense minister also said that Israel is maintaining contact with friendly communities in Syria, most especially the Druze community. What is interesting is that in recent weeks, those communities have appealed to Israel to annex them, make them part of Israel. However, our intention is not to annex any people or territory. Prime Minister Netanyahu is expected to depart for Washington on Sunday. This is at the invitation of President Trump. The president issued an invitation to the Prime Minister yesterday, saying that he looks forward to welcoming Prime Minister Netanyahu to Washington, where the 2 leaders will discuss peace to Israel and our neighbors, as well as efforts to counter shared adversaries. The Prime Minister is expected to depart on Sunday and return next Thursday. And finally, there is a reason why I am wearing orange today, and it is at the request of a very special family, the Bibas family. The Bibas family requested that Israelis across the country wear something orange today in order to say or to send the message that we have not forgotten the Bibas family. Yarden, Shiri, and their two beautiful redhead boys, Kfir and Ariel, were kidnapped brutally from Kibbutz Nir Oz on the 7th of October. Now, Yarden was taken separate to his wife and his two boys, and of course we are gravely, gravely concerned about their safety and whereabouts. To date, it is still not known whether they are alive or dead and where they are. They are on the list of 33 hostages to be released in this first phase of the ceasefire. And the Bibas family said that until they hear anything official, and that's official and not from people spreading rumors on WhatsApp or social media, they will not abandon hope. And neither will we. So we will wear our orange today with pride and with love and with hope. So let's get to our audience question, and it comes from Calvin in Washington, who says, Rolene, does Israel commemorate International Holocaust Day? Well, that's a very good question, Calvin, because while we certainly acknowledge it, and we had Israeli officials at Auschwitz death camp on I think it was, what are we today, the 29th, on Monday, and certainly we will share content as much as possible. Israel has a day set aside in our calendar. Unlike International Holocaust Memorial Day, which coincides with the Soviet liberation of the Auschwitz death camp, Israel's National Day of Commemoration coincides with the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising. It is normally commemorated in April, May, depending on the Hebrew calendar, and it is called Yom HaShoah, Day of the Holocaust, where we remember our heroes and our martyrs. So I hope that answers your question. And a reminder, if you have any questions, please pop them in the comment section below or be in touch with us via our social media or our website. And don't forget to get those mentions and morons of the week through to me. I have got quite a list of mentions, and they are such amazing mentions. I think we're going to have several mentions of the week and not just mensch of the week. And as for the moron, we have a repeat offender. Tune in tomorrow to find out who I'm talking about. In the meantime, don't forget to check out our website at www.layoftheland.online. Our YouTube channel is at the Israel Brief below. We are on Meta /Facebook /whatever you want to call it, no judgment here, at LOTL SITE at Lotl site. Like, share, subscribe, invite your friends to as well. We are on X at Lay of the Land 5, on Instagram at Rolene_Marks, and on LinkedIn at Rolene Marks. So guys, God bless you. Put something orange on today, show your love and your hope, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.